What is it that the soul wants? What is that thing inside of you, that thing that we call the soul or the spirit, that propels you forward, that is encouraging you, that wants you to fulfill a dharma that you've signed up for? It's surprising because the soul isn't... I wrote it out this way. The ideal of the soul, the thing that it asks for, is neither knowledge or light or happiness. Believe it or not, the ideal of the soul is space. It's immensity. It's the one thing that it needs is to be free to expand and to reach out and to embrace the infinite. Yeah, the ideal of the soul is infinity. The reason that the soul strives to expand, and this is when you see this, you'll start even treating your children different, and even your animals different. It's like in a dream. Anything that you possess, when you awaken from the dream, you realize it's just all an illusion. And you don't hang on to it. You don't wish that you could have it. You don't bemoan the fact that, all of that wonderful things that you had in your dream are not there anymore. From an awakened position, you look back at the contents of the dream, the city that you were in, the houses that were there, the cars, the children, all that, and you realize from an awakened perspective, when you awaken, as you look back on it, that it's just all an illusion. It's like a mirage. And the same thing is true of this dream. If the soul is infinite, if it wants infinite, think about what the word infinite means. Infinite means beginningless and endless. If you understand infinity, and when you think about this universe we're in, how could it possibly end? What do you think's at the end? A wall? A bridge? How did the wall get there? What's it made of? And what's on the other side? Become just three of the questions that you begin to ask yourself. You realize that if this universe and you being a part of this universe has no ending, then it also didn't have any beginning. We can't grasp it because it is just, we're trying to grasp the concept of something that had no beginning and has no end with something that did have a beginning and does have an end. Your brain or your mind or your body. You're trying to put into something that is finite a concept of infinite. But that which is infinite can't even acknowledge or recognize something that is finite. If it recognized something that is finite, it wouldn't be infinite any longer. We just have to get ourselves past that. That's why meditation and getting quiet is so important. Now, your soul just wants to, because it's infinite, it means it doesn't want to stop any place. And not stopping any place means it doesn't want to have a leash put on it. It doesn't want to have a fence put around it. It doesn't want to be put into a box. Every place that I've ever spoken, I always hear parents talk about children and how inconsiderate they are when they say, "You're not the boss of me." You laugh because you've all heard it or you've said it yourselves. You can't tell me what to do. I'm my own person. You're not the boss of me. Who do you think you are? That is not a bratty child being disrespectful to their elder. It is a soul saying, you don't get to decide what I am. In the Prophet, Khalil Gibran says, your children are not your children. They are the products of life's longing for itself. They come through you, but not for you. Your children, they understand that they're all scurvy elephants in a way. They're all disturbing elements. They don't want to be put into a box. And it isn't like you can put the body into a box. You can put it into a cage. You can tell it what to do. You can dress it a certain way. You can tell it what to think. You can feed it certain kinds of teachings and so on. But the soul of the child, the soul of you, has always resisted anybody putting them in a box. Because the soul is beginninglessness and endlessness. And the moment that you try to stick it in here, tell it what to be, it fights that because it's infinite. Infinity can't be finite. It's the opposite of infinite, finite. Finite means it stops. Finite, finish. It finishes here. It starts here, it finishes here. The soul doesn't know what that is. It just it wants space. It needs to expand. That's what all of you want to do.